do, we need to put the fabric right sides together. Okay, line it up right sides together. And line up our notch, which signifies where we want the zip to go to. It can go a bit longer if we want. Now, this is important. We have to line up, in this particular skirt, the end of the zip with the end of the skirt, and then see how long it's going to be, which is absolutely perfect. First of all, just using a regular sewing stitch, I'm going to sew from the notch, go backwards and forwards and sew all the way down, except I'm not going to do it, you're going to do it. So stay equidistant from the edge, brilliant. Right, so for the opening, we have to do something called a basting stitch, which is like a stay stitch. It's just there to hold something in place. So you use your biggest stitch on your sewing machine, and you're going to sew from there without any backs and forwards, and maybe even leave a gap, and come all the way up. But don't go backs and forwards, because we're going to have to take it undone afterwards. So you know how I always tell you to cut off these threads? I want you to leave them, because they'll come in handy when we need to undo it afterwards. Now the next thing we need to do is we've got to press it all open now. So if you can just go and quickly press it open, Shaz, that'd be great. What we do is, this is very important, line up that zipper pull with the top of the skirt, okay? And then we just lay that down on top. Now we want to hold it in place, and we don't want any pins. So I did think I had some thinner masking tape, but I've only got this thick stuff. So I'm just going to cut it a bit thin, because you can stitch through masking tape, it's fine. And then you can just pull it off afterwards. So I'm just going to cut some thinner strips of masking tape and put it across my zip with a view to pulling it off afterwards. So I think I'm going to put one there, because it has to be lined up properly.
This looks interesting.
It looks like an operation.
It does. That's funny. Now, when we do this, I do want to tuck in these bits, which I think I'm just going to do manually when we sew. I'm going to tuck in one of these corner bit, one of the ends of the zips, tuck them in so that they're ready to sew. And I'm going to get it all underneath.
Oh, wow.
The sewing machine.
I've never done a zip like this.
Okay, and then we're going to go backwards and forwards to close off the seam. And then we're just going to be as close as we can to that middle. And when I get there, I'm going to pivot the needle, lift up the foot, spin it around. Now you can see this would have been so much easier if we didn't have all the bulk of the fabric. Now as we go over there, I'm turning the wheel. Can you show the wheel? So I'm just turning that wheel to take me over, because I don't want to take any risks on damaging my needle. And then when I think I'm in the right position, I lift the foot, turn it around again, and I just come up on the other side. So let's try that. And then when I come up, see this little bit of zip? I want to tuck that in. I'm going to come all the way up, keep going, making sure I'm capturing everything. Go backwards.
Wow, that's like magic.
Well, sewing is magic. I really
When you
think.
know how.
Well, it is a bit, really. It's all about tricks. It's all about the tricks. So now look, we've got a lovely zip in there, but we can't open up the zip, can we? We can't open up the zip because we've got that seam stitched up. So we've got to undo that seam, and we'll do that with an unpicker. But first we've got to take off all this masking tape. I'm just using the unpicker, which is this thing here, to unpick it so that Shaz can try it on. Shaz's trying it on now. Do you want to see it on? Oh, it looks really, really amazing. Look at that. Wow. Oh, excellent pose. You've got to do my pose. Do that. Turn around, show them your zip.
The zip.
Look how perfect that zip is. Come closer. Back, 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 back. So look how perfect her zip is. We can see it a little bit, but that's okay. But what did you think of that, Shaz?
Amazing.
Amazing. Thanks a lot. Bye. Say bye, Shaz.
Bye.
Bye.